Okay, so you're Mrs. Locke,
Yeah.
and today is the 15th of April, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, let's start with how long you've lived here, Mrs. Locke.
I've lived actually in Rochford.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Rochford.
Oh, wow.
Should I start right from the very beginning?
Do.
Right. I was born on the 2nd of January, 1928. And my parents lived just not far from the Anne Boleyn.
Oh, yes, I know.
Up there. I moved away after I got married for about 10 years, but then we were very, very fortunate in being able to rent this bungalow.
This one?
This one.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you've lived here a long time.
And so I've lived here since 1958. But, of course, I was bred and born in Rochford, so Rochford is my hometown and has been for that many years. My parents then moved to a very small cottage in North Street, where the Rose and Crown car park is at the moment. From there they moved a bit further down towards the Wesleyan Chapel. And we lived there for some time. We must have done because my sister was born there. She's 3 3/4 years younger than me, and I've got a feeling that my eldest brother, who's no longer with us, I think he was born there. In 1938, I think it's 38, we moved to Doggett's Close, which is the council estate up there. And I was there until I got married. My youngest brother was born there. And I got married in 1949. So I've now been married nearly 66 years.
That's a long time.
It is a long time. Of course, I've seen many, many changes in Rochford. Everywhere that there is a little space, the builders are putting up flats, estates. I went to Rochford Primary School at 5. My mum used to walk me down there, and the very first day, when she picked me up, she said, "How did you get on?" I said, "I'm not going back tomorrow." She said, "Why not?" I said, "Because I had to sit next to an old boy." And she said, "Oh, we'll see about that." And I was there until I came up to Rochway. That was then the senior school. And at 12 years of age, the whole school was evacuated. And we were evacuated to Bream in Gloucestershire in the Forest of Dean.
Wow. That was a big change, wasn't it?
Oh, wasn't it just?
Did you like it there?
Well, I didn't mind it, but my sister hated it. And I went back to Bream 50 years after I'd left, and I said, "Can I have a look round?" And I said, "Because I was evacuated here 50 years ago," after him. And they said, "Oh yeah, you can have a look round by all means." Well, because during the war, the soldiers had the school, and at the bottom of the road there was an ack gun and a searchlight And, well, of course, us girls, you know, we were well away with the squaddies down there. And then, of course, they'd already started on King Edmund. And then, of course, in 1942, I started work.
Where did you work?
And I worked at E.K. Coal.
Was it in Progress Road then?
No,
it
it
was down by Priory Park.
That's the one.
Okay.
It was war work then, but I first of all started work at W.H. Holdershaw's, which is it was a printer's up the London Road. And I went and stayed with my aunt who lived not very far from there because my mum really didn't like me using my bike from Southend to Rochford and back. So I stayed with her at weekends. And then at 15, I kept going backwards and forwards to the Labour Exchange because I wanted to go and work at Echo. There's a little bit more money, but my first wages at Holdershaw's was 12 and 6pence a week. I can't believe that now. And anyway, I think I did get a rise to about 17 and 6pence. But at 15, I left there and went to work at Echo, and I think I got about £1 a week. And I was there until my son is 55. He was born in 1960, and I was there right up until 1960. So I'd had about 20 odd years at the Echo. And I used to bike backwards and forwards from here until I became pregnant. And the doctor said, "You are not going to bike anymore." Oh, I was so cross.
You enjoyed the job?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. We had some fun there.
What were you actually doing?
Well, I had got I did a series of jobs. The first thing I was doing was on a tank, they've got a round, I suppose it's metal, it's metal like that. It's about that long, and the aerial sticks up out of it. Well, we were doing those sort of things, and I was in a degreasing shop. That was lovely. And then from there I went into the main shop, into the main workshop there, and I had to do you remember on the back of the set, there's a little panel that's got a number, a serial number, and Bakelite. Well, I was making hundreds of them on a little machine, and I used to have to get the dies top and bottom. I used to have to set that up myself, and then when that was hot enough, I'd pick up one, put it on the bottom, push it under, pull the handle down. And I used to have to do so many of those an hour to get any money, because that was called your bonus. I left, I had to leave there then after I had Tony, and I came, 2 years after he was born, I went to Rochford down the school as a cleaner from 8:30 in the morning until 10:30. Mm-hmm. I was there 21 years. But that was, I thoroughly enjoyed that down there. And at that time, I had his lordship, those two.
Two greyhounds. Wow.
Yeah, I had.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, that's Sally, the black one, and the other one was Lightning. Well, I lost Sally, and Lightning was had a we got him a run and a nice little house to sleep in, and that dog used to know when it was 10:30. He used to be just there by the gate, barking his head off. I could tell you a tale about him, but I won't.
Did you take them across the fields, or did they stay in?
Oh no, I used to take them down to actually into Rochford. Not so much Lightning, but Sally. She used to come down there, and she used to race off and come back, and the grass used to be very long, and my son and I used to lay down, and we used to say, "Sal, where are you?" And she'd stop, and she'd look, and then she'd come and find me.
Oh.
But they were a couple of real beauties. And after I left there, I thought, right, I'm going to retire at 60. I've had enough.
Should think so by then. All those years of working, 45 years of working.
Yeah,
or longer. Longer, yeah.
Yes. So I then sort of became a full-time housewife, looking after my son and the dogs, and doing all the garden.
Yes, it's a biggish garden, isn't it?
It's a long garden.
Yes.
It is, but
you enjoy gardening?
Yeah, I did, but I can't do it now.
Did you grow vegetables or just flowers?
Oh no, I had a one side of where we've now turfed it right through, but one side was a vegetable garden. No, both sides were at first. My dad used to come and help me dig it, and I spent many an hour on my knees weeding between the carrots.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
Oh dear. But the most saddest thing, I think, was the loss of the hospital.
Yeah.
And I found you some pictures.
Oh wow.
And you can look at that as well.
That's really kind of you. So we've got pictures of that's the nurse's home, isn't it, when it was being demolished?
Yeah, but look where the tractor is.
Goodness me. And somebody told me the other day that it was absolutely riddled with cockroaches. The nurses had to put their beds in tins of water to stop them getting in their beds.
Oh my God.
Isn't that disgusting? Oh. And this is the nurse's home as well.
Yes.
Oh, and there's where I live. Looks a bit different, I must say. Yeah.
That's I haven't got one on the stack.
No. I don't live right up at the top. I live in the bottom. You know, they've built a sort of skirt round it.
Yes.
I live in part of that.
Yeah. But are they...
they're really useful. I'll bring them back to you.
Yeah,
we'll scan them
right
on the machine,
yes,
and I'll bring them back.
It's got the date on the back.
Oh, great.
Which is
That's
help.
Really useful. Thank you very much. And the book.
And the book. There's
if I put those inside, they won't get squashed.
Yeah. Now I must show you one particular picture, because I used to belong to the Girls' Training Corps.
Right.
And that was just before you went into the forces.
Mm. So you didn't go into the forces?
No, I wasn't. I was just a bit young.
Too young by the time the war finished.
Absolutely. But even so, I was in the I mean, these are the war ones. You'll be interested in this, I'm sure.
I think we will. Mrs. Joan Burroughs isn't alive now, is she?
No.
I did.
There we are.
Where are you in that one?
Oh, you find me.
Oh, goodness. You don't wear glasses
I haven't
now,
altered.
so you weren't wearing glasses then?
No, I haven't altered.
Oh, but you know you. Well, I guess you were one of the younger ones. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I don't know. That one?
No, nowhere near.
I really haven't
Try
got a
the
clue.
second row, this row down.
This row?
Yeah, that row. You try that one.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. No, you haven't altered very much, have you?
No.
Oh, lovely.
No.
That's a really great picture.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
That's the girls' training corps at Rochford.
Yeah.
And what did you do in the girls' training corps?
Oh, we just learnt the basic things, you know, aircraft recognition, marching, and I was quartermaster. And of course we used to go on parade actually in the hospital itself at one time, before we went into Acacia House. You know where Acacia House is?
I do. It's the planning office now, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. And you know, it was where the girls from the workhouse lived years ago. In the 19th century, and they used to be marched down to school and to the church and everything in their uniforms, the little orphan girls. Isn't that sad?
That's sad, isn't it? That is. Yeah, but I remember one night coming off parade, coming home, and there was a dog fight up above, and the shrapnel was raining down like nobody's business, and I was down the bottom of West Street, coming up, and I had to shelter in, I know something else I'll tell you, I had to shelter in the doorway. How long have you lived in Rochford?
Well, I first came to Holbridge in 95.
Oh.
65, so a long time ago.
Sometimes.
65, so I knew Rochford. Yes, when there was the bakers down there?
That's the one, Clements.
Clements, the
bakers. That's the bakers, right. Well, I shot in their doorway because the shrapnel was falling, you know, and then, of course, where we lived in Doggett's Close, it wasn't built, the drive wasn't built then. And it was a sandpit.
Oh, yeah.
And I was coming across there, and you could see the fighters right above me, and my mum was standing at the door. Hurry up, for God's sake!
Oh dear.
And the other thing I was going to tell you about the market.
Oh yes, do tell me.
Oh, that must have been in the late 30s, I suppose. We had a cattle market in Rochford Square, and that used to have cows, sheep, pigs, anything under the sun that was alive to sell. And my dad used to work for Cottis, and he was a haulier, and he had his horses, and he used to have to, before the market opened, he used to have to take the hurdles. You'll see pictures in there.
Yeah.
The hurdles up to the square and make them up ready for the sheep.
Into pens.
And in the pens, yeah. But the cows, you know where Nat West is?
Yeah.
Right, well, right on that corner, along there, and then along there was great big iron pieces like that. Right, they were like
Railings or rings?
Yeah, railings they were made of. One at the top, one at the bottom. And the cows used to put their heads over the top one. And, I was terrified. And at 4 o'clock, or just before, they used to herd the cows down West Street with a bloke behind them, and they used to go up to the yard, up to the weighing room in the railway.
Oh, right.
And we used to just be coming out of school then, and I was petrified of them. And there was a little sweet shop not far from Clement's, and I used to go in there.
And wait for them to pass.
Waiting for them to go.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not surprised you were scared of them. They're pretty scary creatures when they're all together like that, and they're pushing and shoving, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, I don't suppose there was perhaps more than 4 or 5.
That's enough. Yeah.
Yes, but you will see some photographs of the market in there somewhere.
You said you were particularly sorry to see the hospital go.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, that's it. And there's the hurdle. See him?
Yeah.
Can you see him? Yeah. My dad used to put up.
Oh yes, they're made of wood, not metal, aren't they? Nowadays
they
are.
Make them of metal. I don't know whether there's any with the cows against the railings. Probably not.
No.
No, not.
But I know where you mean.
Yes. No, that hospital, I mean, I've been in there 2 or 3 times for operations, was so sort of, togetherness, if you like.
Yeah, it was a real neighbourhood hospital, wasn't it?
It really was.
Mm.
And they made a protest, but it was no good.
No, I know they did, and they got up a petition and everything. Yeah. And that was why some of it was registered as buildings of particular historical interest, wasn't it? Yeah. And that's why they weren't all pulled down, otherwise they'd have taken them all down.
Yeah, they would have done. I mean, the maternity wards, I don't think, are they still there?
The ones at the back, away from the road, the ones with the big windows are still there. That was the maternity ward, wasn't it? And the day rooms and stuff.
That's
and there's some ponds outside.
Yeah.
And then there's the front bit, which is like a half circle. That's still there.
Yeah, that's St Luke's.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes, I'm not too sure what goes on there, but I think people maybe who have Alzheimer's or something come to a day centre.
Yes, it's like a day centre.
Mm.
And that, but when they started to pull that down, I thought, oh dear. But the bit that I thought was great was that in that Rochford hospital, they had some very, very up-to-date machines for the theatre.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got them down to South End General, they couldn't use them.
They didn't know how to?
No. They couldn't get them in the door.
Oh, no.
And they had to make all the doors into the theatres big enough for them to go in. And we said, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it was a nice little hospital.
What about in the school holidays? What did you do in the school holidays?
Oh dear, I can't remember.
Did you play on the fields?
Well, yeah, because we've got the recreation.
That's right.
Out there. The recreation ground is
the school one attached to the school, or the one? No, the one up. I know.
One in Stanbridge Road.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, that's right. We went blackberrying, and of course, another bit during the war is that we had a bomb drop at the end of the houses in Dorset's Close, and luckily the blast went up the field.
Wow.
And so there wasn't an awful lot of damage done. But my God, that was a hole and a half.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, that was.
But nobody was hurt?
No.
That's good.
No, so we were thankful for that, but we said, thank God the blast went up the field.
Mm.
Yeah, but we used to sort of, I don't know what else we really did. Played whip and top,
Yes.
marbles. Used to play out in our road at night time until my mum used to shout out, "Come in! It's time to come in."
Did you collect conkers?
Oh yes, we used to go and collect conker fights, and we did all those sort of things that the kids don't do now.
No, they don't.
I mean, we had whip and tops. I used to love that.
Oops.
With the string round, pull it and let it go, and then you hit it like mad with the string. And I played that once when I was a lot bigger out in the road, and oh God, my arm, oh dear. That serves you right, I shouldn't have done it. But I mean, we used to have cigarette cards standing up, and
did you flick them?
Yeah, flick them.
You put them up against the wall.
That's it. Marbles in the gutter. All those sort of things we used to, but we never used to go away on holidays. No, my mum and dad couldn't afford it.
No.
I mean, he was I suppose he was a farm labourer, really. Mm-hmm. He worked on building sites. He worked on the aerodrome at Ipswich at one time, and was away, And
did your mum work outside the house, the home?
No, she never went to work. No, she had enough to do with us 4 kids.
I bet. Did you have dogs when you were a child?
No, we cats.
Cats?
Yeah, we had cats. The only time I had dogs was having them while we were here, but he's not even mine. He's my son's.
Oh, really?
But they live now in Wakering, and Derek, that's my husband, he wouldn't let him go back there. He wouldn't let him go home. Him and my other boy on that photo there. And I had them both here. Lovely they were.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're so obedient, those dogs.
Yeah.
Those collies, aren't they?
Yeah.
Clever dogs.
Yes, he was lovely. Have I forgotten anything?
What about recent years? Do you belong to any clubs, the Women's Institute or something like that?
I used to belong to the WI, Stanbridge WI, but unfortunately I think we had to close, must have been about, 6 or 7 years ago, we couldn't get a committee.
No.
And if you can't get a committee, you can't work.
That's true.
And I'm afraid we had to close, but we had some fine old times. I belong to Stanbridge Church Choir.
Oh, yes.
Where I've been a chorister since I was 17. And then
that's all right. Do you still sing in the choir?
Yeah.
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah.
So you were there at Easter?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I was there at Easter. Do you have this evening echo?
No, we don't, actually.
You don't?
No.
And I haven't got it. But one of our choir girls got Now, at the bottom of my garden is my friend who I've been friends with ever since I was 16.
Wow.
And her sister lives next door. Now, her sister is 91. She's been in the church choir 80 years.
Good gracious, and she's still in the church.
She's still in. And there was a nice article all about her and the church choir and the ladies. And I wasn't very well that day when they took the picture.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
Oh dear. That was a shame because I would have loved to have been in that picture with them.
Yes, so you sing at the morning service?
Yeah, we only have one service now.
Yes.
We haven't got a vicar.
No, so who comes?
Anybody.
Anybody you can get?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. Yeah, because this is what they call the interregnum.
Yes. And who organises the choir now, or do you just organise yourselves?
Well, we did at first, but one of our choir girls has been given the job of looking after the girls. I mean, she just sort of chooses the hymns for Sunday morning, and we did a concert last year, and she did an evening meal, and we raised £700.
Goodness me, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Was that for the church, the money?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And on Good Friday, well, our organist was a fantastic organist he was, and unfortunately I forget what he died of, and we lost him about 4 or 5 years ago, and so we haven't had a real organist since then, but we had a rector up until, we've had several, you know, they sort of come and they retire and such forth. He put all the music on to a tape, and when it's played, it sounds just as though that organ's playing. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, really is lovely. And he used to write a lot of music for us to learn to sing. And on Sunday, last Sunday was Easter, was it? Or Sunday before. Yeah, we sang an anthem that he wrote, and that's what we do. But we have the last 2 Easters. The last one we did was Olivet to Calvary.
Yeah. The
one before that was Crucifixion, and then we alternate them, you know, year after year. But apparently now that the rural dean told us that he's going to try and organise so that we do a deanery thing, because we're linked to Rayleigh and Ashenden, Hawkwell, Canewden, and
Hockley?
No, not so much Hockley. But a lot of the girls from Canewden, they come and help us out, and anybody else we can rake in.
So
and,
how many of you are there?
About 30.
Goodness me, that's a big choir.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, well, next time, look out for the posters, and you want to come.
All right, we look forward to that. I'll make a note.
Yeah, it's good. Be Good Friday.
Whitsun.
No, Easter. Good Friday.
Next Good Friday.
Next Good Friday.
Yeah.
Yes. Danbury's Church.
What sort of time do you have your
have
Sunday service?
Oh, that's 11 o'clock. Yeah. But I mean, it's a lovely sound when you get 30 voices.
Yes, I know. My partner's in a choir, and they're doing a performance this coming Saturday. It's not a church choir. It's a community choir, and they're doing a performance of King Arthur, which is by Henry Purcell.
Yeah.
And that'll be nice. Very nice. But it's up in Grays. It's a long way away, isn't it?
Yeah. What's he sing? Bass? Tenor?
Yes, bass.
Oh, bass. Yeah.
There's only 2 basses in the choir,
but
you can make a lot of noise. That's the trouble, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have men in your choir?
No.
No, just women.
We can't get
youngsters.
Men. Can't get any.
No.
There's 6 of us.
Yeah.
Just 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all there is. I mean, only once, like when we go on holiday, half the choir have gone.
Yes, I can imagine.
You know, because I go on holiday with my friend, and then there's, she's got 3 daughters. Well, one of them's in the choir, so when when we go on holiday with her, there's Edna and Gillian and me. That's half our choir gone.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but yes, but that's a long time. But it's good.
Yeah. So, did you play any games when you were at school? School sports like netball or hockey or anything like that?
I think we did play netball, but I think I did that more at senior.
Yes.
But the trouble was, I went when I was evacuated. That was right almost in the middle of my schooling.
Yeah.
Because it was I went when I was 12, June the 4th. I think it was. We were all evacuated here. I think there's pictures in that book.
Look
at the back somewhere. I might not go back as far as that. You have a look and find them. And then, of course, I came back, and I was 13. Yes, that's right, I went in the June, so I was 11 then. I was 13 in the January, and I came back in the February, went back to the junior school till I was 14, and from there I went to work.
Yes. Yeah.
So
that was the way of it in those days. Who's chirping over there? 1 or 2 budgies?
No, there's one there.
He's a noisy lad, isn't he?
We have had 2 up until this last few days. My son said, I think he needs a mate. Went and got this bird from somebody that had to get rid of all these budgies. And, of course, as soon as we put Willem in there, God, they fought like that.
Goodness.
And it turned out that he thought this was a female bird.
Both males. And
it was a cock bird instead. But, well, I call him Birdie. He was, so my friend has bought a cage and a stand and God knows what not. And he's gone to live up the garden. She's a cat lady, really. She's lost 2 of her beautiful cats in the last few years. So I said, well, why don't you have a bird? I said, they keep me company. I said, they make a lot of noise. Yeah, I think I will, she said. Of course, when we said, well, we got one down there that keeps fighting ours, you can have him.
Good.
Lovely, right. Cup of tea.
Well,
yeah.
No milk.
No milk.
I'm very weak, please. No milk, no sugar, I'm very weak. That would be lovely. Thank you very much. If it's not too much trouble, you sure?
My tea boy's going to make it.
Oh, right.
Can't get about without this. No milk.
No milk, no sugar, I'm very weak. Yes, I know. My mother drank it like that. I didn't drink tea at all till I was about 40.
Oh,
Can you believe it?
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. No sugar. Bit weak.
No sugar, no milk, I'm weak.
No milk.
No.
No milk.
No milk or sugar?
No, aren't I fussy? Thank you.
No milk. No sugar.
No.
Just weak tea.
Sweets, eh?
Weak tea.
Weak tea.
Is that right?
Yes, thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
Oh. I had a new hip 2.5 years ago.
Mm.
And I've also got bursitis, the bursa in your.
It's a
It's
joint thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think it keeps flaring up.
Mm.
And I have to keep going into Southend General to have an injection.
Mm.
I was there last September
Mm-hmm.
and again a couple of weeks ago. But they're steroid injections.
It
They
doesn't
don't
help
do
much.
much good.
No, that's a shame. Oh well. You're a
So
good
it's-
age though, aren't you?
Yeah. Besides all the other bits and pieces they've had.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what
You have all the things that go wrong with you, and then you still outlive some of the people who seem to be really healthy all their lives, don't you?
Yeah.
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 Who's the baby in the picture over there?
Oh, that's one of my grandchildren.
How many grandchildren have
I've
you
got 3.
Yes.
And they're up there.
That's your son's children, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, just remove this bag.
I said, chuck it under the table.
There we are.
Where the dog is.
Oh, yes. There's 2 boys up there.
2 girls.
2 girls?
No,
one
that's
boy
a boy
and
and a
one
girl.
boy.
That's David and Emily.
Oh.
That is. And the other rogues galleries is along there. Look.
Oh, yes. That's nice. They are roads. Oh, lovely.
There's all the family there together. And,
The little girl with the pigtails.
oh
Lovely.
yeah, that's the
The younger
Litmans.
one.
Yeah, she'll be. She's 8
Mm-hmm.
now. The boy will be 10 in a couple of weeks, and my granddaughter will be 13 on Monday.
They grow up quickly, don't they? Mm.
That doesn't seem 5 minutes since they were born.
No.
And all these up here were
Oh, that's a wedding picture.
yeah, diamond wedding, golden wedding, sapphire wedding up there. 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 50. I think.
Very nice. Was that Stanbridge Church?
Yep.
Mm. And that boat, was your husband in the... Huh?
That's my son.
Oh.
That.
Oh, right.
He's a boat builder, he is.
Yeah,
Those models.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's his hobby.
I've got that one up there.
Mm.
In what was his bedroom, there's one up on the wardrobe, one above the television, and one over a bit further over. In my bedroom, I've got a little one like that.
Oh, I wondered if your husband had been in the Navy or the Merchant Navy.
No, he was in the army.
Uh-huh.
Well, I met him in 1947.
Mm-hmm.
When I
Is he a local lad too?
well, he come from Hadley, but originally he would come from London.
Mm-hmm.
Not Dagenham. God, the mind's gone blank.
It's not important.
Oh. A gorgeous day.
It's wonderful, isn't it? Oh. Wonderful. It really is springing on the trees and everything. It's not. It's very late, I think, the spring generally had been until this last week or two. Cold nights probably, and it's been windy, hasn't it? Very windy.
Yeah. What's it like living in the stack?
Yeah, it's good. It's
you don't
interesting.
Feel claustrophobic?
No, there's loads of space. I'm not in the high part.
No.
I wouldn't like to live up there, especially when the winds blow. In fact, I was talking to someone the other day when we had those big gales a few weeks ago, and he told me it does move up at the top.
It's got to, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, it would have blown over by now.
Yeah. What you live in is the border house.
That's right. Yes. Yes. And we've got an article on our website about it. And it really got very, very derelict before it was done up. But now when you go in, there's a big open space in the middle, and it's all like a big courtyard. And then the chimney goes up in the middle, and that's got a lift in it.
Yeah,
and that goes right to the top floor. Well, I've never been in the lift. I've never even been up the stairs. But
I can't imagine that the inside of that chimney pot has got a lift in it.
No, it's hard to imagine, isn't it? There's 30 flats in there altogether. 30. We've got a one-bedroom one on a corner. Say it's like that, facing towards the nursing home was here, and we're on that corner there.
Yes.
On the first floor. So, and we've got a bedroom, a very big lounge, long place, and the kitchen at the end, and the bathroom here. We've only got one bedroom. Yeah. It's nice. There's very high ceilings still, and the outside walls are brick, and they're still they're painted brick now. It's all right.
Still got those two pretty greeny colour lights on.
I quite like that. I wonder if it's anything to do with the airport. What do you think?
Well, I asked what's her name? Robert.
Oh, Carrie.
Carrie, yeah. I asked her about them, and she said, they've decided that they're going to leave them on there because they look nice.
Well,
but I don't think they've got any. They're not that.
There's no purpose for them, is there? No. Okay. And my grandson's got a friend who lives over at the back. They're only little kids, and they love that green light that they can see from their bedroom.
See, Nana.
Yeah.
But when I think years ago how, all these empty spaces.
Well, even this road wasn't built when you were young, was it?
This road?
Was it? Mornington?
This bungalow was built in 1934.
Yeah, so you were about
36.
5 or 6 when it was built.
Yeah.
But even the gaps are filled in now, aren't
Oh,
they?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because the road wasn't made up, and the people that lived in number 2, they owned 4, 6, 8, and 10.
Did they build them then?
He was a builder. He had them all built. But that one next door, funnily enough, was built. This was built 36. That was built 34. So that's 2 years older than ours.
You've got a very good memory for dates and things. Do you keep your brain active with crosswords or something?
No, I like word search.
Yeah.
But that's about all.
I
can remember quite a lot. I can remember telephone numbers as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you good at maths when you were at school?
No.
The kettle's boiling.
Yeah, Billy children. But that'll make the birdies sing. Oh, he could have a go when Derek's got his shaver on.
Oh.
He's a noisy
Probably
little
thinks
brat.
it's another bird or something.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all those dogs in there.
Yeah.
Is he one of them?
No.
Oh, it's just some other ones. It's lovely.
Yeah,
And your dogs?
got me 2 hounds.
Yeah.
Well, that cabinet is full of dogs.
Oh yes, so it is. Yeah. But the photos, your dogs, was it?
No.
No, it's another one.
No, those 2 are placemats that my son brought me back from holiday.
Oh really? He knew what to get you, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he knew.
It's beautiful.
But there's greyhounds everywhere. Up there.
You just had the 2 of them. You didn't keep having them over the years.
Not. We raced them.
Yeah.
Raced at. He raced at Southend. And he was the fastest thing over the 275 metre.
Goodness.
But unfortunately, he really didn't make the grade. We tried him at Rochford, and I don't know if we tried him anywhere else. But we have had about 4 or 5 others, and we had one racing at Wimbledon called Charlie, black and white he was, and he was a hurdler.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, did he run! He won us. 1 or 2 cups. We used to go up to Wimbledon to watch him. But the way they sail over those hurdles.
Amazing looking things, aren't they?
Yeah.
The movement's just pure poetry, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it'd be better if you made your tea. I'm sorry
That's
about
very
that.
kind of you. No, I think
I'm so sorry about
I'm
that.
sure you're right.
Well,
actually.
it's.
I am fussy, aren't I?
No, don't be fussy.
That's really good. Thank you, because I do like it really weak. You
Okay,
see.
well,
That's a good
idea.
idea.
That's done. Thank you very much. That was an excellent idea. Thank you.
Good idea, that.
Very good idea.
Yeah, then you know just how you like it, don't you?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's right. As I say, I didn't drink it for years. Only just, I think it was after my mother went that I started drinking tea. Don't know why, but I suppose I found how I like it. I didn't like it with milk, although I drink milk. I had a glass of milk with my lunch, so it's funny, isn't it? I don't like hot milk. I think that's what it is, and it gets hot in the tea.
Yeah.
I have black coffee too.
No, I don't like milk. I have milk on my cereal in the mornings, but I couldn't drink a glass of milk.
Yeah. My daughters couldn't either, but I do. My grandchildren love it. My son-in-law says it would be cheaper to keep a cow than keep that lot of milk.
Good idea, have one out here.
And keep the grass down. Well,
Yeah.
the grass, you managed the grass very well.
Well, he cut it day before yesterday, I think. But he said it was jolly hard work because it had grown.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not able to cut it once a week, it'll grow like mad now.
It'll get away with you, won't it?
Yeah, that'll grow again. Like, as my dad always used to say, you can't kill grass. Oh, he's right too. Because that'll go brown in a really sun, you know, and no
and then it'll come
rain.
back again.
And I bet it'll come a good shower of rain and it's there again. Was there anything else I can tell you?
I'm trying to think, but I think we've pretty much covered it really. So, yeah, I'm really glad you found me this book and you found the photos. Did you take the photos when that was happening, or your son?
I took them.
Did you? Are you keen on photography? They're nice pictures.
Yes. Yeah, I've got. Well, if you could see the lot that's up there, you'd understand it.
We put ours on the computer now, and we've got 5,000, I think, on the computer. Because the thing about it is, when you use a digital camera, you see, you don't need a film.
No.
And you just snap away, and you think, oh, well, maybe that one didn't come right, so you take 2 or 3 of the same thing. And then it takes ages to sort them out and get rid of the ones you don't want.
Yeah, I bet.
And file them away under the subject, where you took them, when you took them, and so on. Yeah, it's a big job.
Yeah.
We keep saying we'll get on and do it, and we never do.
Well, I like to have a photo in my hand.
Yes.
You know,
I must admit, so do I, really. But I must say that the digital cameras take good photos.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Yeah, my son, his camera, he'll do anything. And get the internet on it. Oh.
I can't do that.
Well, he can. On his. I mean, quite often his dad said, I don't know, I wonder where so-and-so I can get. 1 minute. Yeah, Birmingham.
Yes, I know. One of my daughters does that all the time. We were talking in the car the other day about something, and I said, I wonder what such and such is, and she said, oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they find it. Yeah.
Extraordinary.
Yeah, it is very clever.
Yeah, it's too clever for me. I can't be bothered with it.
No, I can't either. That's why we haven't got a computer. We did have a laptop, and he even went to the library and had a session with them. But he said, I can't take this in at my age. So we gave it up and gave it to my granddaughter, who uses it for school.
They do. They have to have them for school now, really.
Oh,
ridiculous, isn't it? I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Some of the schools, they give the children computers that they have to bring to school and log in when it's registration time in the morning. Have to what they call log in, so they know they're at school, and then when they go home they have to log out. So all day they're tracked really by this thing. So did the ack gun at the end of the road ever shoot anything down?
I don't know if it did. I mean, it was a long-barreled one, but whether they ever did, I don't know. Of course, over at Canewton, there was a big searchlight battery there.
Yes.
Oh boy, were they powerful!
And that was in the place that's got a fence round it now, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it, along Canewton Road there. Yeah, and of course they shone up like nobody's business. I think there was about 3 or 4 there. And when when they were hunting for Jerry as he come over. Yeah. Want a biscuit?
No, I'm fine, thank you. No, it's fine.
No. But we had, there used to be over on what was the sand pits at the bottom of Duggett's Close, which is now a house in the state. There used to be soldiers over there, which I've got friendly with. I'll know their names, I forget what they had over there. Whether it was a gun. It wasn't a searchlight over there. No, I think it was like a Locke gun. I used to go, because over on the airport, we had a squadron of Spits.
Yeah.
And when they used to take off, and they used to circle right round here, and then away they'd go. And when they came back in, they used to come really low over the wreck, and they used to swoop right down and go up. What a sight. We used to hear them come in and count them back. And the RA, it was the RAF regiment. They were billeted over there. And down, Weapon Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's 3 or 4 little houses right on that corner, and their fronts are in East Street.
Yes.
You know where they are. Yeah, well, there used to be the British Legion Hall there, and I used to go dancing 4 nights a week.
And the lads from the airport came over.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did. Oh, boy, what fun. What a time we had.
Must have been a worrying time as well, though, was it? Or were you too young to really worry about it? You enjoyed it more than worried about it?
I enjoyed it more than worried, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I left that to my mum and dad.
Were you the oldest in your family?
Yeah. My sister's 3 3/4 years younger than me. And my brother, who unfortunately died, I forget how old. I think he was only 57 when he died. Then I've got another younger brother who's daft as lights. But I don't know what's going to happen to the school down there. It's completely closed. All the windows are boarded up.
I saw that when I came by this afternoon.
Yes. Oh, I don't know. Don't know what's going to happen to that. I shouldn't be... I don't know whether they could. They could pull it down and put a housing estate on it.
Probably could do that.
Yeah, because they wanted to put 400 or 500 on the where the ack gun was at the end of Rochford. There's a field.
Yes, and a gate to go in there.
That's it.
A kissing gate.
That's
to go
it.
In.
Yeah. They only want, and we've got a notice in our window.
I saw that.
Coons.
Yeah.
No way. They only want to put 500 houses down there.
But it's been turned down, hasn't it?
Oh, yes. Definitely.
good.
Yeah, but I mean, your common sense. I mean, the mill. That's going to have riverside flats. Mm. Yeah, but when?
Yeah.
Supposed to be houses, park, God knows what down there. Nothing's been done to keep having fires down there.
It's nearly all pulled down now.
Is it?
Mm. There's not much left. We were down there a month or two back. Yeah. There's not a lot left. They took those big silos.
The big silos.
They'd gone.
Really?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember now.
God, I haven't been down there for years.
No. Well, when you go to church, have a little pop up.
I'll have to have a look.
Mm.
Yeah, I do drive.
You still drive?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. I'll go down there when I come out of church Sunday morning and have a look.
Mm. Don't have to get out of your car, do you?
Oh.
Just turn around and come away again.
That's it. Oh, I didn't know they'd taken the silos down.
It's all fenced off, big fence and gates with padlocks and chains. And there's a big flat concrete area with which obviously the buildings were on.
Yeah.
And a lot of rubbish, broken glass and bricks and stuff. But the footpath to the bridge across, which led to Tinker's Lane, you can still go round the outskirts and cross the bridge.
Yeah.
And up to Tinker's Lane.
Spent many a pleasant hour down there on that bridge.
You're looking very cheeky.
Yeah, we used to go down there with the boys. Well, I hope that all of it comes out for you on that.
So do I, because I'll be in dead trouble if I didn't work this properly, I'll tell you. It's been, as long as the red light's on, it's working, I've been told. But I'm hopeless with machines.
Me too. Oh, jolly good.
He's given me 2 pages of instructions, as if I'm going to sit and read those to you.
And what group is it you belong to?
It's the Rochford District Community Archive.
Oh, and where are they based?
Well, we don't have a base.
We don't.
What happened, I'll tell you about it. About 5 or 6 years ago now, there was a little notice in the library that the Essex Record Office was applying for money from the National Lottery, Heritage Lottery Fund, to set up some digital archives just on computers. You see, everything's on the computer. The pictures are on there, the tapes are on there, and there's articles written as well that you can read. And they said anyone who was interested in this thing, finding out more, could go along to a meeting at the library. So we went along with about 20 other people, I should say. And then there was another meeting at Hockley Library, because the libraries were involved as well, libraries and the record office. And so we went along, and it just turned out that in the end there were about 7 or 8 of us left who were interested in doing it. So Bob, my partner, runs the website now. We did have another person who ran it, but she got a much more high-powered job and she didn't have the time with her children and everything. And there's another chap who lives at Ballards Gore who is the chairman, and I'm the sort of secretary. It's only because we have to keep it slightly official for the funding, you see. Because we got this public money, we have to have meetings and keep records. And so that's how it is. And we have meetings every couple of months, and sometimes we do displays in the library. and there's going to be a display in the library on the 8th of May for a week. Do you go to the library in Rochford at all?
I've never been in it.
No? Okay. Do you shop in Rochford? Do you shop in Rochford?
Not well. We go to Aldi's and Tesco and the like, you know. But I do bank in Rochford and papers in Rochford.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know where the library is. It's just through the alleyway by the National Westminster.
Yeah, I know where it is, but I've been down there to Danielle's and but as far as I've been.
Well, we're going to have a display there anyway, and we tell people about it. And I'll tell you what I'll try and do next time. If I come back, when I come back with your things, I'll bring my laptop and I'll show you the sort of stuff we do, and I'll show you what we put on about you and about the photos. All right?
Okay. Fine.
Good. Yeah.
So, how do you know Sid?
Well, Sid's a new member.
Oh.
Sid started writing things for us, and he started writing some really interesting articles about the wartime in Rayleigh when he was a lad. And I think actually it was the 50s and 60s, probably just after the war, when there were the brick fields down by the station and all sorts of things that were very interesting. And he wrote some nice articles, and then Bob had to go and see him to get some photos from him that he wanted scanned. So he went down there and chatted to him, and Sid sort of expressed an interest in joining us because he's not working now.
No.
And he's a bit housebound. He does get out, but he has a few problems, I think, health-wise.
Yeah, he's got more than one problem for old Sid.
So then he said he came along to a meeting. March, I think, was the first meeting, and then he came this month, and he's a nice chap, very nice chap. How do you know him?
Well, he's a mason.
Oh, I see.
So's my old man. He's a master.
Oh, really?
He's master of his lodge. Sid used to belong to that lodge, but now he doesn't. He belongs to some other one now. So we've known him about 20 years, I suppose.
That was very nice. That'll do me. I won't drink any more now. Can't drink a big mugful.
You know your limit.
Yes, you do.
Drooling.
Easily done. It's been really nice talking to you anyway, Mrs. Locke. I'm very grateful that you asked.
Well, when Sid asked me, you know, I said to him, yeah, I said, I can find something to talk about. So he said, right, I'll tell them to get in contact with you.
He did tell me a few weeks ago, and then I was away, and then when I came back, I think it was Easter, and so it went on, you know.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'm very pleased to have met you now, and I think I'll switch this off, shall I?
I think so.